Welcome to Bucs Live. I am one of your hosts, Rick Hughes. Over here, we have David White-Scarver. How you doing, Dave?
Greetings. How are you, Rick?
Good. Welcome. Everybody, welcome. We got lots to cover. We got the Super Bowl to cover. We have a lot of off-season stuff. Mike Evans, Baker Mayfield, Antoine Winfield. We've got all kinds of things to cover. And then there was that Super Bowl game. Let's talk about all of it on Bucs Live.
Are you ready? Get ready.
Get ready. It's time for Bucs Live.
Bucs Live.
Bucs Live.
Tampa Bay Buccaneers talk with Rick Hughes and David White-Scarver.
This is
Bucs Live.
Let's Go.
Let's go.
All right, let's go into the off season. Let's go into the off season. Our season is over. Everybody's season is over. What lies ahead? What's coming?
No flag football?
To talk about no flag football. That's over with. We've got all kinds of things to talk about. Like I said, I'm one of your hosts, Rick Hughes. Over here, we have the dazzling David White-Scarver, and we are ready to go. We're here on Bucs Report, Broad Street, South Radio, Sports Talk Florida. We're everywhere. We're all over the place. Dave, I'm excited to talk about all kinds of goodies. We've got all kinds of stuff, and it's going to be a short show. It's going to be relatively quick for a couple of reasons. Number one, we're going to try just to do this a little quicker and make it a little easier to, you don't have to sit through a really long show. But we're also we're going to do more little bites that you can find on our TikTok page, our Instagram page, etc. Just little quick bites that you'll see throughout the week. It'll be easier to digest snackable stuff. And I know Dave has somewhere he wants to be because somebody is getting put in the is getting their jersey retired for the Magic.
I've been practicing all day, man.
Yeah. But anyway, last season is over. It's time for the new season. Hooray. Off we go to a brand new stuff.
And they're already hating on the Bucs.
They are already hating on
They're hating. I mean, hating on the Bucs.
They are hating, and we're going to talk about that. But let's just do a quick recap. There was a little game that took place a couple days ago, the Super Bowl. I've got some thoughts. I'm sure Dave's got some thoughts.
I hated it.
We actually haven't really even discussed this amongst ourselves. So we're going to have this conversation with each other in front of you guys. It's going to be a little bit of fun. So my thoughts on the game are, look, I didn't want Kansas City to win. Kind of figured they were gonna, but I didn't want them to win. I thought that you just, as I said to Dave multiple times, never underestimate the heart of a champion. It's just they've got that ability to do it. Now I went back. I've seen so many people complaining about the holding calls. And how there's so much, blame the refs. I went back and watched the Buccaneers Chiefs Super Bowl, and there were a lot of questionable calls that went the Buccaneers' way. And there just weren't a lot of holding calls. And I think they just don't call a lot of holding in the Super Bowl. And you can say that makes no sense. I'm not going to disagree with you, but I am going to say pretty consistent in how they call this. And before the game started, when they were being announced, the broadcast crew even said this is a group that doesn't call a lot of holding penalties. So I don't know if that's what you think is the reason. Fine.
Chiefs were supposed to win. It's a Taylor Swift conspiracy for ratings.
Everybody who wants to blame Kyle Shanahan, let me say this. I kind of understand. He was the offensive coordinator for the Falcons when they blew 28-3. He's now blown 2 10-point leads in the Super Bowl to the Chiefs. He's done that twice. So I sort of understand that. But all of that changes if their kicker hits that extra point. You can't blame Kyle Shanahan for not kicking the extra point.
Well, if they kick the extra point, then perhaps the Chiefs go for it on fourth down and get a touchdown and win outright. I mean,
perhaps
there's a whole lot of what ifs.
Right, perhaps. But what there's not a what if is that guy missed an extra point, a very makeable extra point. He hadn't missed one all year. They didn't know the overtime rules. That you got to put on Kyle Shanahan. San Francisco didn't know, and Kansas City was prepared for it. It seemed like for the most part, although when Hartman caught that pass, he turned around. He wasn't even sure what just happened. He wasn't even sure they just won the game. So I
scored. Know. Is that good?
Yeah, the NFL with the whole overtime rule change thing. Stop. Just stop. Let's make it something we all know what's going on. I don't want to have to be like on the fly because I'm watching the clock ticking down and going, why isn't Kansas City hurrying? And then the announcers announced the clock's pretty much irrelevant. It's like the first quarter. I'm like, why do you have a what? What? So I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. Look, let's just get consistent with it. Let's set it for the preseason, regular season, and postseason. Let's keep the same overtime rules, and let's do it for more than a year, and I'll be happy. Anyway, my thoughts on the game. Congratulations, Kansas City. They're a great team. They're a dynasty. They are. I don't have to like it, but whatever. I definitely don't like the Kelsey brothers.
No, they get thumbs down for me.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl did that and the playoff game with their antics.
Yeah.
That's just me personally.
Talk about that. Talk about your thoughts on the game, Dave.
My thoughts on the game? I hated it because I didn't want the Kansas City Chiefs to win. I could not believe that Travis Kelce got in Andy Reid's face like he did. That was just inexcusable as far as I'm concerned.
Was he acting like a baby, Dave?
He was absolutely acting like a baby. A spoiled, rotten baby. That's even taking it to a new level. I did not like it at all. Yeah. And when you start to reflect, when you hear some of the feedback and read a little bit about his brother and his shirtless chugging beer and all that, and basically telling his wife, kiss off. You met me when you first met me, I was drunk. I'm like, really? Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of them, of either of the Kelce. I don't like big meathead types who overly act like meatheads. You can understate it a little bit. You can do what Kucherov did in his post-game thing, which was hilarious. It was hilarious. But you don't have to be screaming that you got to fight for your right. Just all of that.
I thought it was sophomoric, and it was to me, it was in poor taste. Yeah, I'm old school. I admit it. But you win a Super Bowl, have a little grace and dignity. You don't sit there and start bellowing about how you're going to do a three-peat next year and how wonderful you are and all this
I don't have
stuff.
A problem with that, saying, all right, three-peat, because what you're doing is you're setting your goals for next year. You're saying we're going to do it. I don't have a problem with that. Saying we're coming back and doing it again. I don't have a problem with that. That's okay. That still shows a hunger and a passion. I'm okay with that. Okay, we're going to three-peat. I'm okay with that. I'm not okay with whatever he was yelling. All the stuff.
It was hard to make out.
Yeah, I mean, it was just I don't know.
He was bellowing. It was
a
bellowing, nonsensical. I just wanted him to shut up.
Yeah, that's pretty much how I felt. Anyway, Mahomes, I think, does typify. Look, you got to give the guy all the credit in the world. He's basically matching Brady at this point. Brady then went, I think it was like 9 years or something like that in between his third win and the next time he won. We'll see what happens. But
I fully admit I totally underestimated the Chiefs' defense. I thought the Ravens handed them the game. Bills pretty much the same in the first playoff game. I tip of the hat to the tip of the helmet, I should say, to the Chiefs for that. But I thought they got by the hair of their chinny chin, and I thought it was going to strike midnight for them. I was really, honestly, and I will admit this, I thought it was going to be the Bucs Super Bowl all over again when I didn't think it would be close, and I thought it would be the 49ers. So that shows you I don't know very much about football because that's not what happened. It could have been what happened because the 49ers
started that way.
The 49ers came out guns blazing except on the scoreboard and were holding the Mahomes-led Chiefs down like the Bucs were in their Super Bowl against them.
I actually texted with a group of Bucs Report folks that I wanted the Chiefs to at least score one touchdown so that we could be the only team to hold Mahomes touchdownless.
But it looked like that way.
It did. It started off, it looked like that. But Kyle Shanahan, I will say this. I understand he didn't want to make the same mistake that he made with the Falcons when he just kept throwing the ball, right? I mean, where they all of a sudden, I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't understand it because if you have the best running back in the league and then in like basically the first quarter, he puts the ball on the ground once and then you just say, all right, never mind. We're not going to go back to him. What are you doing? Christian McCaffrey. How did you abandon Christian McCaffrey? I mean, that makes no sense to me. So I don't understand.
This totally ruined the opportunity of the Carolina Panthers where they could have put a banner up saying our former all-pro running back won a Super Bowl, just like they could have done in Detroit with Matthew Stafford. So,
well, yeah, you mean kind of like the Magic can do with Shaq going on and winning, and they're doing their thing.
Quit playing that. I just thought it's like I just start doing it. I don't know why. There's something wrong with me. I know. Don't have to. You don't have to put stuff in the comment section or call in or anything.
Oh, you can.
I know. Okay, yeah. I know. Thank you.
Okay, so I want to talk about a couple other things. Let's put this season behind. Congratulations to the Chiefs. You are a classy organization that has earned what you've done. Props to you, even though I hate you.
And think of Andy Reid. All those years, he's never going to win a Super Bowl, can't win the big game, can't get there, can't win it, can't this, can't that. Yeah, he's got what, 3 now?
Three. Yeah, he's been to 4. 4 out of the last 5 or something like that. Anyway.
He needs to get a heater for that mustache for games in Buffalo, though.
Props to the Chiefs. All right, putting that aside, let's put all that aside and welcome Happy New Season. All right, Happy New Season. Let's break into the off season. There's a lot to talk about. Before we get into specific players, let's talk about Vegas. And for some reason, Vegas does not like the Buccaneers
at all.
They made their predictions next year. How many games are the Buccaneers supposed to win next year, Dave?
6, maybe 7.
6,
maybe
and
not.
A half. Yeah,
6
and a half. Yeah, is what I saw. 6. I saw 6.5. You saw 6?
In that range.
Yeah.
I mean, there's different
6.
people. There's some people with
Agreed.
some sense, but it's hard. They're hard to find.
Right. 6.5 is what I saw. 6.5 games. I don't know why they think the Bucs are going to get worse next year. I don't know. Maybe they're thinking the Bucs can't bring back Baker and Evans and I don't know. Maybe that's what they're going to talk about. We'll get into that in a second. But the Bucs now, I don't know. When the Bucs did what they did with all that dead cap space and the situation that they were in last year, I don't know how they would think the Bucs would be that much worse this year. I don't understand it, unless they thought that the Buccaneers, that the rest of the division is getting that much better. But when you'd think worst case, you would picture that the Bucs would be middle of the pack. You'd think, all right, maybe they've got them, right around just dead set middle, 16th team out of the 32. But no. They have the Buccaneers as the 25th best team next year. 25th. Dave, do you remember any of the teams they have that they say are going to do better than the Buccaneers next year?
The Bears. Well, they finished strong. The Jets, they never finish strong. They never show up.
I mean, the Falcons, the Bears, the Jets.
Desmond Ridder is the quarterback in Atlanta.
Why?
May not be next year, but as of right now, it is.
Yeah, why in the world are you thinking that's how it's going to turn out? I want to understand you, Vegas. I want to understand you, and I clearly do not understand whatever it is that you're thinking. I don't know. I don't get it. 6.5 games and 25th best team. This is 2 years in a row now that you're dogging the
Broncos
Bucs.
are ahead. The Raiders are ahead.
Yeah,
They're even with the Saints.
Makes no sense at all.
Chargers, Jets.
And
well, I mean, Green Bay, they're what?
they're going to have Rodgers back. They're going to be better, and they ended good anyway. I mean, not Rodgers, the Jets. I was talking about the Jets are going to
that's it. But the Bucs beat them. Remember, pretty good in Green Bay.
Yeah,
you would expect comparable odds. The Bucs are just you have to look way down the list.
Yeah, it makes no sense. It really it's insulting, and I hope the Buccaneers feel insulted.
They're just ahead of the Cardinals and the Patriots. Seriously.
Now, let's say they believe the Bucs are not going to re-sign some of their guys. Let's talk for a few minutes about what's happening. Guys, I'm going to make a prediction. Today is February 13th. I'm going to make a prediction. Maybe not right. Maybe. Within 10 days from now, both Evans and Baker will be signed. Probably within a week. Both Evans and Baker will be signed. Now, Evans has to be signed by the 20th, I believe it is, for it basically there's some salary cap ramifications if they don't sign him by the 20th. Let me sort of throw something out at you. First of all, it's not entirely up to the Buccaneers. Okay, Mike Evans may want to wait, may want to test the free agent market, which starts in March 13th, I think. Evans may want to say, let's see what's out there.
Could be his last big payday.
I don't think he's going to do that. I think what's going to happen is within the next week, you're going to get both of them re-signed. I think people are going to start freaking out about Antoine Winfield, but I think the Buccaneers will probably put the franchise tag on him. Now, here's the kicker with Evans, and this is where I think you can, in essence, throw a little bit of curveball. Everybody thinks Evans has all the leverage. or Baker has all the leverage because they're not under contract, the Bucs can always threaten to put one of them under the franchise tag. I don't think they're gonna, but they can always threaten that and then probably force them to go ahead and sign something commensurate to that. Now, a lot of people are asking me, what do I think Baker's going to sign for? How much do I think Baker and Evans are going to sign for? The answer, my honest answer to that question is, I don't know. I don't really care. I'm going to guess Baker's going to sign somewhere between 30 and 40 million. And everybody's going to freak if he signs for 40 million, although there'll be all kinds of cap gymnastics and all sorts of things involved in that. But I've learned one thing when it comes to Mike Greenberg and Jason Light and that bunch in the Bucs front office. They have a plan. They have a plan. They've got it figured out. I promise you that if Baker Mayfield tomorrow said, yeah, I don't want to go back to the Bucs, which he's already made abundantly clear. That dude did more interviews and more. I mean, his agent was probably like, shut up. Because in every one of those interviews, he was like, yeah, I want to be a Buccaneer. I want to go back and be a Buccaneer. And yeah, sacrifices have to be made. But, how many times did he make that comment and say he gets it? He gets it. There's the business side of it. And sometimes sacrifices have to be made. And look, Baker Mayfield doesn't want to go anywhere else. They specifically asked Baker his opinion on offensive coordinator hires. Baker has never been treated better by an organization than he has been by Tampa. His wife is going to have a child. Where do you want to have it? Do you want to run off and go somewhere else, or do you want to have it here? Everybody who says Baker may go to Carolina, shut up. There's no chance, 0% chance that he's going to play for the Panthers. First of all, they brought Dave Canales into Carolina to fix Bryce. That's the entire reason they went and did that. Okay. None of the big names were going to coach Carolina. So kind of like none of the big names were going to be our coordinator last year. So we said, okay, to Dave Canales. That's kind of what happened with Carolina. Dave Canales is an opportunist who has, God bless him, made the best of his situation. I mean, he came here. Look, let's be honest. It's not like our offense was blowing all of us away last year. I didn't want him to go. Nothing but props to Dave Canales. We did score 3 more points per game this year than we did with Brady the last year.
Improved as the year went on. That's something you want to see.
Yes, all of that's great. And so props to
It wasn't a wow.
Right. There was no
wow.
Like,
oh boy, he's going to go be a head coach now. It wasn't that.
Right. And I will tell you, guys, I don't want to say this real loud. Shh. I think we got better with this offensive coordinator. I really think Liam Cohen is probably better than Dave Canales. And he's got experience. He's done it. He's done the play calling. He's done this. I think we're going to see a more creative offense. We're going to see a lot more stuff going on in the backfield. You know how with San Francisco, you see guys running all over the place. I thought we were going to see that a little more with Canales, and then we didn't. But I think we're going to see this under Liam Cohen, and I'm kind of excited about this year's offense. I think Chris Godwin's going to be back. I think we're going to see a lot more Chris Godwin. They're going to put him back in the slot, and I think it's about to get fun. I'm excited about this coming year. Now the schedule's not easy, and we'll get into that in future episodes. But the schedule's not easy, but you can never really tell at this point. You can never really tell because there were teams last year that we looked at going into this year and thought, oh boy, that's going to be a tough team. And there were teams that we thought, no big deal, that got a lot better. So there's going to be teams. There's going to be teams that come out of nowhere, and there's going to be teams that, that were bad this year that are better. There's going to be teams that were good this year that are not as good. Apparently, Vegas thinks we're one of them. My guess, our record will be about the same. My guess, our record will be about the same, but the team will be better next year. That's a guess. I don't know. We'll get it. I'll dig in more. We don't know who they're going to draft. We don't know how free agency's going. That's just spitballing. Who knows? Dave, your expectations regarding Baker Mayfield and Mike Evans?
Oh, they'll both be back. I have very little. I won't say no doubt because crazier things have happened, but I have little doubt. They both want to be back. I really think that Mike Evans wants to be one of those unusual players that has a Hall of Fame career in one place. Yeah. I think he wants to go out a Buccaneer. And I think Jason Light will make that happen. And Baker Mayfield, don't underestimate happiness. This is the first time he's probably really been happy playing football since he was at Oklahoma. So
that's a good quote, Dave. That's a good quote.
Well, I mean, and here's the thing that I don't think Jason Light gets enough credit for is that Tom Brady chose to come here, and he came here because Jason Light put a team that needed a quarterback, but everything around him was there. And that's why he came, and he deserves amazing props for that. I think he deserves amazing props that they were expected to win, 3-4 games, and a down year was winning your division for the time in a row for the first time in your franchise's history, and a playoff win at home. So, and they were down. They had one drive that could have got them to the NFC Championship game. I mean, they were in that game with the Lions. So that's a down year. And there needs to be more credit. And it's just really, it's becoming amusing to me, the lack of respect. And let me point out, too, about the odds. The odds are, so they're trying to get 50% to bet on each side kind of thing if it's a football game. So they're trying to get activity. And the way they're getting activity is they said the Bucs aren't very good. That means fans across the country are going to jump on it. That's what they're trying to do, which I find offensive. So I'm just peeved at everybody. How about that? Imagine me in that state of mind.
That's that I get it. I mean, I look
You're next to the Cardinals. Are you kidding me?
Right.
The
right.
Cardinals.
That's
and then the Patriots. It's like Bucs, Cardinals. I'm like, what is wrong with you people?
Yeah.
Desmond Ritter's the quarterback in Atlanta.
Well, he won't be.
Yeah, but who is? They don't know.
That's exactly.
They're going to have a new coach. I mean, come on. Well,
I agree with you 100%. I think it's just stupid. I think the thinking is
the only team with any continuity whatsoever in the NFC South is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Look at the last 5 years.
I think that's well put. I think the Saints are kind of done. The Cardinals, I mean the Panthers is just going to take a while. The Falcons are the team next year that we're going to be in a battle with.
Can't you get odds on when Canales is going to get canned? Could be before the season starts. That would be a first. But if it's going to happen, it's going to happen there. Just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
First guy to get fired at 0-0. Wouldn't shock me with David Tepper. I don't know. But
I'm surprised he isn't referred to David Tepper at this point.
Ooh, Dave, what is it?
Hey, how about that?
Man, you take a couple weeks off and you come back on fire. What the heck are you doing, dude?
David Tepper. Yeah. That guy.
He I honestly just think that's all silliness. Okay. The last thing I want to cover tonight, Dave. Bruce Arians came out, and he's been doing several interviews because of the Arians Foundation and some of the great stuff they are doing, Arians Family Foundation. But he's been doing a lot of interviews, and one of the things he talked about was how this crop of quarterbacks this year is really amazing. And he kind of sort of said, well, let's just say he talked a lot about the Tampa area's own oh crap, I just lost his name. The quarterback. What the heck?
Michael Penix.
Yes, Michael Penix. Sorry, I lost his name.
Hometown gentleman.
Yeah, and how they think he may be available when the Bucs pick. By the way, hello San Antogato. But look, I would actually be okay if the Bucs maybe I don't want them to draft him in the first round, but if they could trade up and get him with their second pick and immediately come out and very clearly say it this way. Say, hey guys, see how they've been doing it in Green Bay? Don't even ask for him to play. He's not playing for years, okay? He's not going to play for years. Don't even ask. We're going to let him develop in the background, and let's see what we got. That's what I would like if they get him. I would like to hear it be presented something like that. Yes, I know he's been injured quite a bit. That's why he may be available when the Bucs pick. I hear what you're putting down, San Antogato. I hear what you're putting down, but if he wasn't injured that many times, he wouldn't even be around later for the Bucs to get. As Arians said, maybe he'll. Yeah, but we know how he grades as quarterback. We'll see the medical grades. That's, I believe, what Arians said, and I think that's accurate.
I'm seeing Penix going like middle second round.
And if that happens, the Bucs maybe could trade up and get him in the second round. And I would not be opposed to that. But like I said, if they were to draft him, I want airplanes flying over the city of Tampa that say, don't even ask. I don't want a controversy. I don't want to hear it. The first time Baker throws an incompletion or an interception, oh my God, we need to put the kid in to see what he can do. Stop it. I want it to be we'll see him in a couple of years, guys. Everybody wave to him now because you're not going to see him for a few years. Shut up and leave us alone. I would be perfectly okay if they did that. Would not mind that at all. Final thoughts for tonight, Dave?
I just got to quit thinking about the disrespect for the Bucs. I just have to stop and realize the ignorance of people and the ultimate, just the ongoing disrespect.
It's massive. It's ridiculous.
It's maddening.
Yeah. Look for us tomorrow on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. We're going to have a couple little things drop. A little bit of info, a little discussion between Dave and I, snackable little bites that you guys will have. Should be fun. Dave, any last words for this show?
It's been a whirlwind tour. It's amazing that the whole season is over. It seems like it's gone like the snap of a finger. Or fingers. Yeah. I guess you can't really do a snap with one. But I'm looking forward to next year. I love having a chip on my shoulder, and I'm already getting one. Yeah. It's like, didn't you not see what the Bucs did in their down year, $80 million in dead cap space? Did you not learn from what happened? Did you not learn about their defense? Now they got free agent money that they can fill in some holes and upgrade and be even better than last year, which was a division champion and a win at home in the playoffs. But no, let's shove them down to where the Patriots and the ahead of the Falcons, down where the Cardinals and the Patriots are. I'm already getting hot, and it's a long way till the season starts.
Yeah, we got a long way to go, and you have every reason to be a little bit perturbed. Keep an eye on the news this week, guys. I think we're going to see some signings. You're going to start to see, the loop start to close with Evans and Baker Mayfield. You're going to start to see that get taken care of.
You won't hear a word, nothing but crickets, and then all of a sudden they're going to have a jersey and pictures and all this stuff before you.
Or they won't even. Yeah,
really
I don't even know that you'll have it because they've. I don't know. Do they do that on re-signing, or is it just all of a sudden the news? Hey, we re-signed.
If you can sell some more tickets, yeah, they'll do it.
Yeah, they'll do a little press conference for sure. Probably do maybe the three, maybe Jason Light with the two of them or something like that. But anyway, I think it's going to be good. All right, guys, it's been a fun night. Keep an eye out for our content coming tomorrow and maybe the next day, and should be pretty good. You guys will see a little bit. We're going to have a little more stuff during the week for you guys, little snackable bites that we're going to have for you. So be keeping an eye on that. Go to our Twitter page, which is Go Bucs Live, our Facebook page, which is Go Bucs Live. I don't even know. I can't even remember. Our Instagram is I'm looking it up. That's how bad it is Go Bucs Live.
That was my guess.
Yeah, and our shut up. Our TikTok is Bucs Live at Bucs Live.
Well, there you go.
So go to those things, friend us, follow us, do whatever you do on that particular format. We're on Twitter. Please start doing that, guys. We need y'all to hop on and do that. It's very important for us. Because we are going to have a lot more content. It's going to be coming at you a lot more this year, little snackable bites this off season. So be ready for that. Please go to those things at Go Bucs Live on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, and at Bucs Live on the TikTok thingy, which we are brand new on. So we need you guys. Thanks. Appreciate you. Looking forward to all the exciting info. Go Bucs. Go Bucs. Go Bucs.
We sucked today. I sucked today. We sucked today. It was awful.